Welcome to the next how-to video. We're going to be using the same level again, so you could open that up or you could create a new level and follow along. So I'm going to be using the same level, including the same objects. And we are going to be doing it with rotations instead. So that's the rotation action object, which we've covered in a previous video, which is not in the how-to series, but like the older series, like tips or episodes, right? Um, but yeah, we're just gonna move up the previous actions. So if you opened the if you kept the old level, then you can move it up, or you can just add a fresh new one. So, yeah, I'm just going to um, go to that section, um, the next place, which is ROT. It's not rot like something rotting. It's actually rotation. That's what it stands for. ROT, rot, rotating. Um, and you want to place this next to where you want it to be triggered, and you can just move this little down so you don't have to jump to get it. Um, or you can first set it up. So we're going to put this at 0, and of course the next free last used buttons are pretty self-explanatory. Get the next free and last used of the different kinds of IDs or groups. Um, the time we can set to 1, and you'll notice how we get a nice rotation, which is customizable, but it's chained, right? So again, exact same setup. I don't need to, let's say I'm using the same objects. I don't need to edit their properties at all. All I have to do is I could just add a new rotate, scale, or offset, and I'll get the same exact behavior because chaining works the same with these different things. It's just that they do different things. So rotate would rotate and loop, but chain. So you get how easy it is. So once you set up the objects, all you have to do is add, whatever you want, rotate or offset. Now, I'm doing a little test on combining all three or combining two, and notice how it's not very accurate. Typically, you would want it to move up, then rotate, but there's no way to combine them as of now. So you can have chaining, loop, from center or not center, um, aside from offset, and that is great. You can have amazing, cool looking levels, and you can have high amount of control, but you can't combine objects getting bigger, smaller, moving, and rotating. You can only do one at a time, which is still great. That allows for clean level design, clear level design, but maybe in the future you could combine both together. So that's that. You can't combine them. But as of now, it's still very nice that we can chain these different kinds of things. It just looks so nice. Like one rotates, the other rotates, and the other rotates, and then all of them trickle back into that same pattern. And that's it. That's how you do rotations. So you can make this look faster as well. Um, and yeah, I am just, that was the SFX ID, which will be covered in a later video. But right now I'm trying to change the way things are. So I could just change the properties, like the time or the rotation degrees. How much does it rotate before rotating back? As well as like the stuff. So that's all for this video. Like if you want, you can stick around and see how those properties change. As you can see, it looks much different, but not too much setup. You just set up the objects, and then they are all controlled by that one rotation or offset or scale.